care. Yeah? So the balance of motherhood, of work, business, it's really, really challenging. And the era and generation that we are at, tunataka kwenda na trend and all that. So how do you find balance in all this? Thank you.
Hey, how do I balance? I didn't start where I am now. When I started working, I was a young mother, like some of you, like you particularly. I was a young mother. It was not easy because I know we have helpers, what we call maids, that take care of your child. Some of those maids have never had children, and you are leaving them there to take care of your baby, so that you can go and work. But now, he's just created a solution for us. If you have a young baby and you're going to work, you take the child to the center and you go to work. But you see, by the time, I have a program. I have a foundation called Odinga Trust. And within that foundation, I have a program called Linda Keshu. Linda Keshu is Let's Protect Our Tomorrow. Linda Keshu deals with issues of teenage pregnancies and early marriages. Now, both teenage pregnancies and early marriages may end up with you as a young person getting a baby. That will mean if you are going to school, your education stops for a while because you have to take care of the baby. Sometimes you don't have somebody to take care of your baby. You give it to your grandmother. Most mothers don't like to take care. They'll tell you you look for it yourself, take care of it. But now there's a solution. But what I would encourage girls to do, avoid early marriages and avoid teenage pregnancies, because it will ruin your momentum to grow and become a mother. So until you are ready, you can afford to look after the baby.
But we have the voice. So once again, my name is Pishkari. By my official names, I'm known as Purity Karanja, and I'm really honored to have met you in person, and thank you so much for gracing us. So my question is, what would you hope your legacy would inspire the Kenyan women in the next generations to come? Thank you.
There's a lot of things. My legacy, I'm still building that legacy. I'm not yet through. At my age, I'm still building that legacy. When she introduced me, she said some of my names. Do you know how they refer to me officially? Her Excellency, Canon Dr, Ambassador Ida Betty Odinga, Elder of the Golden Heart. Some people go through life without even a single of those titles, isn't it? I'm still building. Thank you. Thank you. I'm still building my legacy. But let me just mention two. Currently, there are young people that I educate. I educate in the sense that I'm paying school fees for them. Most of them are in high school, university, and tertiary colleges. Currently, I have 200. By the time they're through, don't you think they'll be able to remember that when I was stranded, Auntie Ida paid my school fees? They will. Isn't it? The other legacy that people will remember for many things. I told you I went to a school by the Lake Victoria in Homa Bay County. The school is called Odinga Girls High School. When I left that place, I went to another school in Eldoret, and the Eldoret school was high cost school. And all of you who have gone to schools, understand, during our days, high cost school was really high cost. It was school for who is who was going to that school. I was the daughter of nobody. I told you earlier, my father died when I was in standard 3, but now I'm in Form 5. But still I went to that school. And I realized that the schools where you go to will actually make you who you can become. The facilities in that school is meant for the student to make use of so that you can propel them to a greater height. What did I do many years after I finished? I went back to my high school and I decided to build a resource center so that the girls from that region can make use of that resource center. The resource center carries 2 wings. One wing is a library which can take 500 seated. In the library, on the library side, there's a section for visually impaired, and then there's a section for the people who cannot speak and cannot hear. Then on that side, there's also a computer center, like a hub where you can do your research. The other side, on the left side, there is an amphitheater, taking 1,000 seated. And then there's also a recording studio where plays, these things you see the television, can be acted there and can be sold. Now, I'm doing this, that will be another legacy. The cost of this institution that I'm building is about 350 million. I've asked my friends to help me do that. And currently, it is 85% done. I'm sure I'm going to finish it. That will be another legacy. Apart from that, there are many others that when you meet me, I'll be able to tell you many others. Thank you.
On this special day, I'm so honored to have met you, Mama. You are truly an inspiration. So my name is Suad Abdul Nasir, and I'm a founder of an organization known as Serenity of Soul. But at the same time, I'm still pursuing my psychology in the Technical University of Mombasa, and I'm also an author of this book known as Serenity in Our Soul. So, and I've also been serving as a case manager in SwahiliPot Hub, the mentorship program. I've been serving as a mentor in the 5th cohort. So one of the challenges that many women we are facing in Mombasa is...
Yeah, just come down. I was not able to see you up there. Yeah.
You can see me?
Yeah, now I can see you.
So, as I've introduced myself earlier, my name is Suad Abdul Nasir, and I've been serving in SwahiliPot as a case manager. And I'm a founder of an organization known as Serenity in Soul. And I'm also an author of this book. You can see the ocean, you know, it's some sort of my therapy. So as I've also said, I'm still a student pursuing psychology in my second year, but at the same time, we are trying to prevent the mental health issues that are going on. Because on referring with the mental health budget in Kenya, they just set 0.001 in the treatment, but in prevention, there is no way. So we are trying to bridge that gap. So I think one of the biggest challenge that personally I also experienced till death, and many young girls can testify to this, that sometimes we have this generational limitation, generational barriers that maybe our families or even our traditions, they try to instill on us that young women don't have to take stages. When you want to maybe even go to an event, they try to shrink you and be like, you know, as women, we are not supposed to take that space. So maybe what advice can you say as women, we are striving to be the successful women, but at the same time, those barriers we have. So yeah, thank you.
She's talking about the mental challenges and sometimes the barriers that women face around generational barriers and stuff. And so she wants your advice around how can she then maneuver that from and the challenges that come even from our generations as well.
Mental health is a problem, not just to women, but even men. Mental health is a problem. Now, in the society that we live in, when you're suffering from mental health, people say, huyo si mwendazimu huyo. Huyo mwendazimu. But I think we can help people with mental health. There are institutions that can help you. I think there's an hostel, even here at the coast, that can help those with mental health program. We need more psychologists to help these people. Oh, it is somewhere. I'm being shown something, I don't know what they're saying, but I think they're saying mental health is real, okay? Yeah. So, we want more people like you to help the young people with mental health, because the life they lead sometimes leads them to that. I think I've said enough. Thank you. Next time, please prepare me for what is coming. Today I was ambushed as I was sitting there, and I'm asked question. What is troubling me is that there are also young men in the crowd here. Young men are not asking any question. Thank you very much, young men. Thank you very much, young men, for not asking any question. May God bless you, and may God bless you abundantly. Thank you.
Thank you. Asante sana. Thank you. We truly, truly appreciate you. And we are really honored that you actually honored our request to come here. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Mama Ida Odinga. Thank you very much for joining us here
Before
today.
I go, that photograph you see there, the picture behind her, that was taken on my birthday, and that was 74th birthday. Don't ask me when that was.
Very, very beautiful, right? At 74, and this is, and I'm sure she's about 75, now 76. No, or we don't know, and we don't say, and we don't talk about it. I see. That's really good. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mama. Would like to now invite Chief, okay, so we proceed with Rukia as well, as we now conclude on this phase. Thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you very much to our chief guest of the day, who is a force in this country that most of you guys used to just see on TV, and this is the first time that we actually get to live interact with you and hear from your own story of growth, your story of empowering young people, your story of still creating your legacy. It is not the end until it is the end. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for being here. And I would like to invite His Excellency, the Governor of Mombasa County.
Asante sana. Mama, you know, I don't know about the rest of the young people who are here, but as you were talking, I was writing notes. because every single day that we're with you is a lesson that I learn. And I just want to say one thing. If there's one thing that I'm hoping the ladies of this country will be able to learn from Mama, if there's one lesson, is loyalty pays. And I want to say this. First of all, she introduced her names, but maybe I give definition to how she introduced her names. The title, Her Excellency, is because of her current position. Then she was given a title as Canon because of the church. She has a title of Doctor because of her education. Ida is a name that her parents gave her. Odinga is the name. One part of her name carries the name of her husband, Odinga. And then after that comes ambassador, something that she has earned. After that comes EGH, means that someone somewhere recognized her input in society and was able to be impactful enough to be given the Elder of the Golden Heart. When you add all those together, and she just said that the story is still going on. So Mama, we will need to be able to find another title. I will look for, if Mombasa had one, we would have already honored you for that. But the reason why I say loyalty pays as well. At a time when no one ever imagined who Baba would be today, who the impact that he would be able to live. I said this when Baba was alive, and I want to say this here in front of Mama. When Baba was locked up for fighting for that freedom that people are in right now, the fact that we can all be able to, the fact that there's a banner written SwahiliPot FM here, that there's freedom of press, there's freedom of communication, there's freedom of expression, the fact that we can be able to actually say what it is that we're saying, express our emotions. The process of all that, Baba ended up being locked up. And for a period of about 9 years, in and out of jail, sometimes without communication, she had to be able to be who she is, with the help of people who were loyal as well to her and to the Odinga family, eventually being able to raise her children. But she sacrificed her career as well. She was actually, I don't know, she won't say this, but it is the truth. She was actually fired from Kenya High School because of being Raila's wife. And at that time, you can imagine all businesses being shut down, all levels of communication not being there, her not knowing is she going to see her husband. There are times when Baba used to tell me they would not even be aware that he was coming home, and one fine day, he would just pop in because they had released him. And then after 2 days, he was arrested again, go back and forth. So at the end of it all, if there's one lesson that maybe the women, loyalty pays. Because she stood hard and tough with her man. And at the end of it all, I mean, the whole country is now celebrating you, Mama. We can't thank you enough for what it is that you're able to do for Baba. I said this in the morning. And please, the reason why I write notes is because I want to now give another confession. I said this in the morning. Mama, in her process of doing what she has been able to do, she did some papers, she did some theses that were actually taken up in countries like Rwanda, in countries like Nigeria. In fact, she was telling me that many parts of the world actually took her document and implemented. And this is the part of how do we take care of our young children, giving them necessary nutrition, making sure that they're being taken care of in a proper way. So actually the program that we have is a county government, the one to feed our children in our ECDs, the one to make sure that we have our mothers who are going to be very soon. We're working on the modalities with the government, the team in my government on how we're going to do it, but very soon giving nutritional programs to our mothers as well. The fact that we want to put up daycare centers, how we're going to do it, was actually stolen from Mama's papers. So it was actually her idea. And it has worked, Mama, because when we got into office, we had about 8,000 ECD children. Today, there are 13,131 children. Today, the number of people who are visiting our facilities are 1.8 million plus people, the health facilities. And all of this is because we learned, and we learned actually from yourself. We learned from Baba. And as you were speaking there, we were just talking to Mahmoud, who SwahiliPot plus myself have been able to partner in many things, Mama. And I think we have something else we would like to be able to announce here today is we have realized there's a lot of us here who have children. So, and they want to be able to come for such, and there are those who come to my office, there are those who go to the county assembly, and there are those who go to, you know, there are a lot of government offices in this area, including the. So we have made a proposal that we will be looking for the right land around here, where the county government of Mombasa, together with SwahiliPot, will put up another daycare facility in this area. And lastly, Mama, maybe just to emphasize on the program that Mahmoud was trying to explain. The SwahiliPot currently already have thousands, I don't have the figures, but I know that they're in thousands of young people who have been financed to do their businesses. Some of them are the ones that you were able to see here. The county government of Mombasa recently has started recruiting 400 vocational training centers. 400 of them. That means from the ones who are doing the salon, from the ones who are doing the barber shop to electrical and everything else. And hopefully in about 2 weeks, we're just asking them to sort themselves out, because dealing with 400 institutions is not as easy as we would like it to be. But in about 2 weeks or 3 weeks, we will be recruiting all these young people for them to be able to get knowledge on what it is that they wish for. So whether someone wishes to be a makeup artist, whether someone wishes to be an electrician or a plumber or whatever it is. And then thereafter, Mama, our intention is we're now partnering again with the SwahiliPot Foundation, plus the county government of Mombasa, where we now finance these young people to be something on their own. One of the biggest challenges that is there is the fact that we don't have employment. The country is crying out loud. The young people have been crying out loud that they don't have employment, and there's no better partner for us to be able to work with than SwahiliPot, because they have been tried and tested. The fact that whoever is going to be a beneficiary can come for mentorship classes, can go for financial literacy classes, and we're also working with our banks as well. So we hope that once that is done, Mama, with your passion for the young girls, you will be able to honor us again with your presence, so that when we get the first cohorts of young people, at least you can give them a bit of words of wisdom, eventually. And I tell these people here, they might not understand the history of the school that you taught and the school that I was from. Mama was the principal at Kenya High School. And I think the reason why she loves me a lot is because I was a student of Lenana School. And she knows the history that the two schools have together. So with those very many words, Mama, once again, thank you very, very much to the wonderful team at SwahiliPot. Asanteni sana. As always, we are humbled, and we are also learning from yourselves. To the young people who are out there, it's a shining example, and I really hope that the media highlights the positive stories of our young people who have come out from the hands of SwahiliPot. And Mama, once again, I know that you've been told this enough, but enough is never enough. We will never shy away from saying this. Thank you for making us who we are today. Thank you for actually training us, for believing in us when no one else did. Thank you for putting us in positions that we currently are in. And if anything at all, thank you for blessing the work of our hands. So thank you very much. Asanteni sana na mbarikiwe. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. It is a wrap of wisdom, of mentorship. of conversations on what we could be and how we could be into rewriting our history. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I hope to see you guys next time again.